Okay, so this is the video for how to insert an app on an otherwise normal page. And there are a couple of different ways you can do this. The first way, the easiest way, is to make a page. Each one of these pages is technically a quote-unquote app. This is a photo gallery app. This is a link library app. But given the way that you've created it, it creates an entire new page on your website with this little app automatically built into it. And you can see this happening if you click on, say, the photo gallery page that we created earlier, and you go up here where you can add apps, and you'll see this is just a photo gallery. It's just a regular page with the photo gallery app inserted onto it. So, since technically each of these pages is pretty much a generic page that just happens to have that app inserted into it, that means that you can actually go into any of these and hijack them, add other apps to any of these pages. So I'll show you if we go to our tutorials page. Since this is just a flex page, it will automatically open it for me in the flex editor. If I were on the assignments page that I haven't messed with yet, I haven't fiddled with, it would automatically open me in the assignments editor app. However, if you click right here, going back a step, you will get to the screen where you can add extra apps. So say if on the bottom of several of my pages I wanted to put my calendar, or I had a book list app that I wanted to include on several pages, or one of my friends had created a link library that we wanted to share between us, she could make that app available to me and I can insert it on just about any page I want to. So here we are, and I'll show you how to do that. You go over here to Manage Apps and Layout. Okay, and it says you're in design mode. You can drag your apps around. Well, right now I've only got one on there, so my layout is pretty boring. So I'll go over here and I can change the layout. I can add an app. We're going to add an app first. And if you want to make a blank one, a brand new one, here's the list of all the different kind of apps you could create. Photo gallery, maps and directions. But if you look down here at the bottom, a link that I missed the first time around, it says select an existing app. That is one of the things that you've already created. Since I've created a whole bunch of different pages, and they're technically apps, I can go in here and see all the different things that I've created. And so that photo gallery webpage that I made earlier, if I wanted to, I could take that photo gallery that I had made and insert it here at the bottom of this page. The maps and directions page, i.e. app, I could take and insert that into the bottom of this page. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to add the photo gallery. And it says, do you want this particular photo gallery? It would let you choose between, if you had several photo galleries, it would let you choose which one. Just click the little check mark and say save. And you will notice that it's right here. Now if you decided that you wanted your photo gallery at the bottom, it'd be right there. You can drag it and put it at the top. Or, and you'll notice that this square or this rectangle going all the way around, you can go to change layout and it will give you different options. So if I want them side by side, it'll allow me to do that. If I want a little title bar and one at the bottom and things, so you can see the different options that you have. For me, my photo gallery, I think I'm going to do just a simple 2-column arrangement. And now you'll see that there's one rectangle here and then there's another one here. And it didn't know which one I wanted to put over here, so it just left it blank. So I'm going to have to actually drag this one. And you'll notice, did you see the little rectangle, the little dotted rectangle inside the other rectangle? If I move it over here, you can tell when it actually makes it there. Okay? And when you're finished, you say, I'm done. And now when we go back to our web page, I just clicked inside it. This is the Flex Editor app. This just allows me to edit that Flex section. If I click on the photo gallery, it will allow me to edit the photo gallery, add more pictures, delete pictures, rename things, resize the pictures. Okay? And then to see how it looks on my actual website, we'll go over here because I happen to have it up in the background. And I will refresh. And voila! It's got my Flex section here and my photo gallery section here. Now obviously I have made this particular photo gallery way too big for my website. But when you're initially creating your photo gallery, when you're uploading all of these pictures, it will allow you to set how large you want that photo gallery to be, and that's where you could go in. Unfortunately, once you've made it as large as I've made this one, you cannot adjust that. So you would have to go in and recreate one that was the proper size. So I've decided that that photo gallery really, it takes up way too much space on my page. So I'm going to go and get rid of it. So I'm going to go back to Manage My Apps and Layout. And I say, I'm done with this. Delete. And I'll say, are you really sure? Yes, yes. Didn't work for me. And if I want to, I can go in and change the layout back to just having one big rectangle. But quite honestly, if there's nothing in this rectangle, it's not going to mess up anything. It's going to just pretend that it's not there. So I'm going to say I'm done. And then when I go back to my website and refresh again, it should be gone. Oh! I guess this time it does want me to go back and delete that extra section. It appears to be holding the place for me. So I'll just go back in and manage or edit the apps, change the layout back to just one plain column, and say I'm done. Go back over here. Finished? Yes. And refresh again. And there we have it. And so you can insert one of these apps into just about any page you want to. The other way to do it, instead of creating a page in your website, is you can actually go to the Tools section and create an app independently of these pages. And you go to Tools and down to App Manager, and it will give you a list of all the different kinds of apps that you might want to make. And you'll notice that some of these aren't an option for Create a Page on the previous screen. So it gives you even more options here, like the Book List app. I say, this is one that I already created, so it gave me the option of clicking on that and going to edit. If, however, like I haven't made a discussion app, so if I click on the discussion app, or the Headlines and Features app, it'll say, we notice you don't have any like this. If you want to create one, click New. So you say, I want to create a new one, and you call it whatever makes you happy. Something descriptive so that you can find it. That way if you make 3 or 4 of these, they each have their own names. You say Save, and then it will allow you to go straight into editing it. And this is Headlines and Features. New headline. Tia is wonderful. And you can give it an image if you want. Start date, end date, when you want it to be displayed. The body. Teachers learn lots at Tia. So you could copy and paste if you wanted to. Okay, so now we've created this Headlines and Features app. If we go back to our Summary tab, which allows us to access all of those different web page elements that we've made, and I say, I want to put this headlines at the top of whichever page. I'm just going to pick the tutorials page again. And remember when we were wanting to add apps where we went? It was right here to this section. And I go, I want to add one. Manage apps. Add the app. And it says, you could create a new one right here, or select an existing. And I can scroll down through all the ones that I've created. I can search by type. Say that one was a headlines. Oh, there it is. Headlines and Features. Click check and save. And there, it popped in right there. And as before, we can switch them around if we want to. We can change the layout. And then when we're finished, we say, I'm done. And now when I go over to check my actual page, test it out, I refresh again, and there should be an article at the top that says Tia is wonderful, yay! And if you click on it, it will open up the text of whatever that article was that we made. And that's all there is to it.